Hi, welcome to King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2017 Mercedes C350 Sport Premium. Sport Premium is a slightly higher spec than the Sport version you generally get, so it's a nice thing with lots of touches on it. I'll take you through all those now and we'll go for a drive and show you bits and functions and that kind of stuff. Other than that, if you find the video on YouTube or something, there's going to be a link in the video's description that you can click. It will take you back to the ad, show you how to finance, all that kind of stuff. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe. Finally, I'll just put the price here as to what you can finance this car for from through us, should you choose to. So here we are out in the C350, and the first thing you're always struck by with these things is the silence in them. You get this small amount of tire drone in the cars. There's no engine intrusion at all, and then mostly because the engine is switching on and off as you drive down the road. It's a lot of the time in the city, it's really trying to push the electric function as you spin along. It's lovely and quiet. That brings me on to the second kind of pertinent thing about them is they're extremely comfortable. And the reason they do that is you've got fully adaptive air suspension in these cars. So this car will, as you're driving down the road, it's reading the road, like the undulations, potholes, all that kind of stuff. And it's accounting for them as you go down the road. So it creates this lovely magic carpety kind of ride in them. And it's a beautiful thing. Then this actual car is a Sport Premium. And the Sport Premium comes with quite a few bits over and above the Sport. And what they are, we'll go through them first. Obviously, the first and most obvious thing is the big roof there. The second thing then, we've a fully automated boot in the car, so it will both open and close on the key, all by itself, does it all. Then we bring you back into the cab. We have fully electric seats in the car, and they're up here on the door card in this model. It also has an electric steering wheel, so all the tilt adjust and everything is there, and we've memory positions on the seat. So nice spec above the Sport model. But back again onto these kind of C350s more so. There's another couple of nice party pieces these guys have. We've various drive modes in them, and it really lends itself to the hybrid aspect of them. We've got Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. So in Eco, it's obviously as economical as it can be. You're mainly trying to push hybrid function all the time in the car. In Sport though, something changes. What happens to the car on account of the adaptive suspension I mentioned earlier, this car will lower itself down by about an inch. It stiffens everything up, the steering stiffens up, the throttle inputs stiffen up, and it gives you both the motor and the engine to create horsepower. So suddenly it goes from being this lovely, super comfortable limousine, more or less, that's really economical, to a 293 brake horsepower super saloon. Like an unbelievable thing. 600 Newton meters of torque as well on top of it, so it makes for a fun little place to be. But it gives the car a real duality, and there's something absolutely lovely about that. Like, you couldn't own stuff like this years ago because you had something that was very focused at what it was designed for. If it was a sports car, it was bouncy and shaky and guzzle fuel. And if it was an economical car, if it wasn't a diesel, should I say, it was a little tinny, lightweight thing, micro with no sound, and it was kind of horrible, you know, where you get the best of both worlds with these things. And the tech that makes them work, the hybrid tech, is really simple. We've never, ever had a failure in anything hybrid on any car we've ever sold. It's very reliable. It's old technology. There's nothing new about it. What it was, they used it in trains actually for years, but what kept it from the car market was the size of the batteries and the weight. That was obviously not a problem in a train. When the batteries got small, the tech was able to be put into the cars, made usable, and suddenly you're away. So it's a really, really simple system, like nothing exciting about it at all. And then back onto this actual car, I'll bring you down both sides of this car just to show you there. It's absolutely arrow straight, proper car in really good condition. From there, I just want to bring you back into the cab and just show you some of the lovely bits of it. Like the way the dash swoops around you in these things is always gorgeous, you know, it's a proper thing. This one there now as well, like this has a few upgrades as well. It's got the bigger screen in the middle than the standard Sport. We've sat nav on the car, full phone connectivity, Bluetooth. That'll allow you to play any music or any of that kind of stuff you have in the background, as well as answering the phone and stuff. And you've got a reverse camera on the car, so kind of comes with everything you could possibly want. Heated seats, fully adjusted, you know, every single thing, and just a lovely place to be. Other than that though, I'm going to stop talking about the car there and I'll just briefly move on to us. We're back open now, as I'm sure you know, we're allowed to be open, but there'll still, I imagine, be a lot of online-y type sales going on. People still reticent to come in, and I understand that. Just to give you some scope on who we are, we were one of the first ever second-hand dealers to be an SIMI dealer, and now we're an AA approved dealer. The AA approval is the big feather in our cap, really, I believe, but it allows us to offer up to 2 years of AA approved warranty on the car, and the cars get a 101 point pre-sale inspection. But the other thing the AA approval, I feel, does for us, it kind of separates us from the herd a little bit. They won't just allow anyone be an AA ambassador. They don't want someone to damage their brand, so they're very protective of it. And I think that speaks volumes for the type of business we are and type of people we are. Other than that, we've well over 50 5-star Google reviews. Feel free to read through them, all that kind of stuff. So we really do try our best. But that's it. I'm going to leave it there. I just want to say thanks for watching the video. We appreciate you taking the time to do it. Hopefully it showed you the car and some of the lovely bits about it, and the type of people we are, I suppose, and who you can expect to meet and what the car is really like if you do decide to come up from the country or whatever. Other than that, though, I'm going to say goodbye. And finally, yeah, sorry, if I missed anything in the video, feel free to give me a call. I'll walk you through these things. They may or may not work for you. If they work for you, they're great. But if they don't, they don't. And I'll be the first to tell you. But yeah, thanks very much for watching again. And hopefully we will see you soon. Thank you.